She don't wanna be no side, she just wanna be my wife. Calling up the lads like.
I would say is incredible. Someone that I would say that has been on a very long journey, but a journey that I feel has been worth it. I always say that the best teacher is experience, but not only experience. You have to go through life. You have to have trials and tribulations to kind of get to your final destination. Patience is the key, and I would like to say that this artist has definitely had patience throughout his journey. He's not a newcomer. Some people might know him through his released latest single, which we're going to talk about later on, but then some people might have followed him in his early journey. And I would like to introduce you to a British singer who goes by the real name of Shakka Phillips, but some know him as Shakka. He's here with me today in London.
That intro was exquisite. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And it's the first time we're meeting.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pleasure to have you.
How are you?
I'm
It's a pleasure
good.
to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Not so
I know
good,
you're
man.
busy.
Definitely.
I know you have been doing lots of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
I can't believe I'm sitting with you here.
No, it's a good time. It's a good space that I'm in creatively, musically. So yeah, you got me at a very happy time in my life.
Happy time in your life?
Yeah, man, definitely.
What does that mean when you say that? It's like almost like, did you have a downtime or?
Yeah, I mean, I had like ups and downs throughout the whole career. It's never necessarily been like a smooth sail. Only because when you're an artist, and I'm sure a lot of other artists and writers would attest,
Of course.
there are always challenges in front of you, whichever goal you have in music. For me, I've always wanted to be like the artist that it also sings, songwrites and produces.
Yeah.
So aside from just having idols like, I don't know, like your Ushers and your Michael Jacksons and your Bob Marley's, my idols also included Quincy Jones, Pharrell Williams.
Of course, I'm a Quincy Jones.
Right, do you know what I mean?
Producer.
Exactly. Even Bob Marley, because Bob Marley was very heavy into the structure of his music and how he wanted people to hear it. So for me, like, my dream has always been huge, and therefore it's always, the challenges are a lot greater than others, but I'm happy because people are seeing me not only as an artist but also as a songwriter and a producer.
Of course, and I think it's important. That's why I stress the patience.
Yes.
For people that don't know you in Africa or Nigeria, or just hearing about you for the first time, take them back to where you started. I know that's long.
It's all good.
But if you can just like bits and pieces.
Yeah. I'll keep it as short and concise as possible. I went to a youth centre when I was 16 and 17. I met a friend of mine called Incisive, and we started making music around that time. And he helped me put out my first EP in 2009. After that, I put out a mixtape in 2011 where I kind of remixed a bunch of different songs that I thought was cool to me. In my brain, I was thinking, in order for people to know me, I need to make some songs that are based on songs that they're already married with.
So is that, when you say remixes, like more covers or just?
Some of them, and also remixes. So I may take the instrumental from like a Young Money song with Lil Wayne and Drake.
And just flip it.
Or I might reproduce and rewrite a Coldplay song and flip it. So for me, it was about flexing not only my songwriting ability and my singing ability and my rapping ability, but also just like my Quincy and my Pharrell ability. You know what I mean? Letting people know.
You keep calling Quincy Jones, is that your inspiration?
Yeah, huge, because like he spanned across many genres, and he didn't see genres, he just saw sounds and rhythms. And I'm very much an advocate for that, So
you can hear it in your, the sound of
your
production.
Definitely. Ingredients are just ingredients, If it tastes good, that's all that matters to me.
Of course.
Fast forward from then, I was lucky enough to do a single with Rectory 2 in 2013 called Blackout. That hit the charts, and therefore a lot of people in the UK found out about me.
I just want to add on to that. I would definitely say that, once you did Blackout, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I would say I think it cemented you to crossing over to being commercial.
Of course.
I think it literally just took you from there to
the public eye.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I mean, there's a lot of people who didn't know that I existed. There's a lot of people who didn't know that my accent could be I guess on the radio record, if that makes sense. Like there weren't many people who were singing with that accent or who had that slang or anything like that. So I would like to believe that it was fresh in that time period, of course.
Yeah.
And
it charted high.
Yeah. Number
Very
6 in the
high.
charts is very high in the UK, and it was very admirable of Rich to find someone who was unsigned, especially considering his prior success.
Of course.
It's not like he was in the industry for like years and years and years and said, okay, cool, let me see what this unsigned act has to offer. He just connected, and that was, you know, I still respect him and admire him as a friend today.
But to be honest, I'm always a big advocate of, I think the reason why, obviously I don't know what the decisions were prior to that, but I'm always a believer of good music.
Yeah, of course.
If the music is good and you sound great and you're generally talented, then it doesn't matter if you're major or unsigned.
Well, here's the thing. I think it doesn't matter if you're major or unsigned, but one thing I do think that matters is whether or not you're able to perform.
Yeah.
And the performance aspect is a very, very big part of why I love music. Like, I would see people like Michael, and I would see people like, I don't know, like an Eddie RD or an Andre 3000.
Yeah.
And I would see them on stage, and I would see them in music videos, and they'd have so much charisma, and the styling would be good, and the video concept would be amazing. And that was proof of a lot of people who were just putting all of their energies and efforts into making sure that it just looked sick.
Like proper and...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bringing the music to life.
Yeah.
And I think that's the performance term is the term I want to stress upon. Like, it's dope if you sound good, and it's dope if your song is written well and the production's dope and you did it with the best musician in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people see music and listen to music with their eyes. And so, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and in the 21st century, visually...
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
It's everything.
It's everything.
You know?
So, like, learning from these guys, I was like, it's such a huge, important factor. But I'm very thankful that Rich was able to, you know, like...
You were the chosen one for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You was. And your sound fitted well. What I basically meant, though, when I said that was in terms of, you know, you being unsigned at the time, you delivered an incredible, you know, hook. So what I mean is that if it's great, then for me, I believe it has to go on there.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
no matter if the person's unsigned or not, the delivery on it was just awesome.
No, I appreciate that.
So,
it was a beautiful time, and that in itself was like a moment where I believed people wanted to hear what I wanted to write about. So fast forward to like 2014 and 15, I had songs like When I See You Again, Say Nada, Walking with Elephants, and these are all like songs that...
Say Nada was huge.
Yeah, no, it did well, the awards and the...
You won a MOBO award.
I won a MOBO award
How did that feel?
for that. It was weird because, I told all my friends, like, yo, like, Beverly Knight and Destiny's Child won awards for this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
exactly, they're in a different place. So for people to be like, yo, like, you can like, you're that guy, and I'm like, okay, maybe I am that guy. Do you know what I mean?
You are that guy, and you performed.
Yeah.
Your performance, like, I don't just say this for saying sake. Most artists are very good singers.
Mm-hmm.
They're even very good writers.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the performance aspects,
It's a different thing.
they can't perform. They can't interact with, you know, their target audience or the crowd.
Yeah.
And you delivered that on a stage like the MOBO Awards.
Yeah.
That is a stage, like you said, that has, you know, big names.
Yeah, I mean, I care.
Perform there, so
I care. I really care a lot. I mean, there's a part of me that felt like, I mean, obviously you are your own best critic, or worst critic rather. But like, there's a part of me that always feels like there are aspects of the performance that, if I did that, or if I did this, or if I did that there. But to the rest of the world, it was a great performance for them. You know what I mean? And that's what I care about. And yeah, it was amazing to be acknowledged by such a prestigious body as the MOBO Awards. And
what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, like,
having those accolades.
Well, here's the thing. For me, it means everything and nothing. And the reason why I say that is because it means everything because they are, and many other award ceremonies are, their job is to put greatness on the map, be it performance, be it writing, be it whichever genre that they attest to see as the best. And obviously there's human participation. It's a voting system, so people are like, yo, I want to vote and I want to make sure that this person wins. So it's all determined, it's all based on your impact on humankind with your music. On the other side, when I was 5, I never said I wanted to make music because I wanted the MOBO Award. I said I wanted to make music because I wanted to. It's because I like it. Like I saw, I don't know, like Will Smith doing Dancing with Aliens in the Men in Black
Yeah,
music
yeah,
video.
yeah.
And I was like, I want to be that guy.
Men in Black.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted a suit. I wanted the tool that wipes people's memories because it was cool to have that. Like, I saw these guys and I saw them perform. Freaking Cisco doing the thong song with all the chicks on the beach. Like, in my eyes, as a primary school kid, I was like, these are who I want to be, and that's where I want to be. Exactly. So, yeah, that kind of rhetoric just was maintained up until now.
So now moving forward,
Yeah.
you have your brand new single,
Yes.
Man Down,
Yeah.
featuring Aluna George,
Yeah.
and it's just gone number 25.
I think 25, yeah, in the charts. It's my first
That is...
chart, and so no, I appreciate that.
round of applause. Honestly, it's not easy for people to get in the charts,
Yeah.
let alone top 40.
Yeah.
You know, that's an accomplishment,
Yeah,
an
yeah.
achievement that you should be proud of.
Definitely.
How are you feeling with that? I'm sure
Like I say,
life
I'm
changes every day.
Well, I mean, I'm happy. Like, I mean, here we are in Somewhere Studios, right? And I've been, different companies are asking me to come into the studio, they're booking the studio for me to say, yo, can you write some songs for this artist or for that artist, or even collaborate with this producer? I remember a time where I didn't have any of this, where everything was in my bedroom. Things are still in my bedroom, and I still just wake up in the morning and I just record and send.
So you have a studio in your bedroom?
It's just a bedroom setup. Like the thing is, like, especially now, like, technology is a lot smaller, and so the requirements for you to be able to create beautiful pieces of work are a lot less. So you're able to have like 2 speakers, a microphone, and a laptop, and then just make songs.
And make songs and put it out.
Exactly.
It kind of reminds me of Daniel Bedingfield.
Of course.
I Gotta Get Through This.
Exactly.
He recorded it in his house.
Yeah. I remember the story.
His bedroom, yeah.
Exactly. Him. There's tons. Labyrinth is another example. Like, there's so many people who value the humble beginnings. So for me, it's like, I know that it could easily be an entirely different position. So yeah, man, I'm just having fun. I'm meeting tons of new people.
That's what's up.
I'm paying rent a lot easier than last year.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's a yeah, man, I can't complain, man. I really can't complain.
So you're in a good space mentally, physically,
yeah, like,
emotionally.
Genuinely, especially when and you said it as well. Like, the journey has been a long one, been of many years.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine said that a lot of people want to be microwave artists, where they expect success to come really quickly, as they've seen many examples.
Success, yeah.
Exactly. And for me, I'm the reason why I say I'm happy is because I found what truly makes me happy, and that's being here. And it sounds so cliche and cheesy and all that kind of stuff, but
it's not.
It's exactly. There's nothing better than finding the breakthrough or finding that melody that becomes the sick chorus. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what that means. You know what that means, that when you go on to perform this thing and you sing the words and you sing the stuff.
And it's all you.
And it's all you. You point it out to the crowd and they start singing the stuff, and it's words that you wrote here or in your bedroom. And there's no other feeling that can replace that. So
that's awesome. How do you draw inspiration? Like, the fact that you're writing it, you're producing it,
yeah,
and like you said, you're performing it.
Yeah.
Where do you get that? Is it like day-to-day activities?
It's from everywhere. From everywhere. Like, I am now on like an entertainment diet. So what that means is, like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll tell you
what.
why. Well, so like the talk now is that Instagram can be very poisonous and beautiful at the same time, because you have lots of different things on Instagram. It has its pros and cons. You can see a lot of different things that are beneficial for your life. You can see a lot of different things that are like poisonous for your life and your psyche.
Yeah.
And what that means is, we are now becoming more active in what we watch and who we hang around with and the energies that we put into our lives, because that has an effect on the energy that we put out and the products that we make and the art that we make for the world. So for me, I'm like, okay, cool. If I'm gonna make great art, I can only surround myself with greatness.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, and that is in the form of movies. That's in the form of actors or writing or performers, or even watching documentaries of like Picasso or Monet or like looking at interviews with Virgil Abloh or early Kanye West interviews or something. Like, because every time you see that, you just get gassed, like you get amped up, and you're like, yo, like, exactly. Like, if these guys can do it, or not even that, it's like when you see someone like Beyonce do Coachella, you're like, no, this is mad. No,
This can be me too.
This can easily be me. Like dance routines, colours, outfit change.
And you have that sound anyway, so
yeah, of course.
Festival.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like it's to have like fanfare and huge sounding epic music is a passion of mine. So in terms of inspiration, like I draw it from everywhere. I draw it from the conversations I have with different people that make me laugh. I draw it from like when you have one-to-one sessions with your boy and it tells you about like the last breakup that happened.
Yeah, and you're like dashing that into a song.
Right. You're there for 4 hours trying to help him get out of a dark place, like all kinds of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's like there's all kinds of stuff that goes into the pot.
So you're gonna mention me in one of your songs.
Definitely.
You're not just saying this for this interview or the
No. Pink toenails, extensions, the flares. Like these are all descriptions.
Oh my god!
See, you think I pick these songs out of nowhere?
No, you can't.
I pay attention to detail.
These are braids. Let's not.
Okay, cool. I'll do the braids thing then. I'll do the braids. Us guys, we don't have the.
Wow, you have attention to
terminology.
detail. Pink toenails.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not even sure if they can see this.
No, they can't. But because I describe it to them, it's kind of like what Stevie Wonder.
Why would you have to say extensions?
But I don't know.
Why
Because
would you do me like
I'll
that?
tell you why. Because I'll tell you why. As a guy, and a lot of guys will attest to this.
Yeah.
Like our sense of terminology for hairstyle is so minimal. It's incredible. Like
What's the minimal?
So by minimal, I mean like we can't identify the difference between the two. We can if someone describes it to us. But if someone tells us like, yo, like her hairstyle was cold, like someone would be like, no, it's not. It's just X, Y, Z. And then some of the other girls would be like, yeah, of course, that's not sick. It's just this, that, and the other. Just put this on top. Do you know what I mean? And so, but we see it as something beautiful and something pretty. So it's like I'm a noob when it comes to this hairstyle world. So you'll have to forgive me.
No,
but,
it's okay. You've already said it, but you're forgiven.
Right.
You didn't say anything.
I do appreciate that.
So it's all good.
I do appreciate that.
So Man Down, you've been doing lots of performances.
Yeah.
All over the globe. Really.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming up next?
You
have to give us exclusive.
I'm working on an album.
Okay.
Do
you have a title?
I don't yet.
The way you just said it,
no, I don't.
You have a title.
If I had a title, I'd tell you. But okay. it's I'd rather tell you when it makes sense and it all looks good and you can comprehend exactly what it is. Because it's all being formed and it's all being put together. I'd rather let the songs dictate what the thing is, rather than But
yeah. Be any features or you can't?
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, I can't say until I've got the song on wax on my hard disk. Okay. Like I've got a few people writing to certain songs. I've got like a bunch of people producing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's coming there. It's coming there for sure.
Okay.
Then the shows will follow afterwards, of course.
Yeah, of course, because it only makes sense once you release the album.
I want people to know the words.
Yeah.
Before I do any of these shows, like I want to put songs. Yeah. They're all clued up. They've done their homework. And
they're screaming out your lyrics.
Yeah. Exactly.
So as you're on 96.9 Cool FM, obviously, which is out in Nigeria, Lagos. By the way, have you ever been to Nigeria?
I haven't, and I really want to go. The only African country I've been to is South Africa. And I wanna.
Where in South Africa?
So this was Soweto.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So we shot. There's a song that I did with Feki, and we shot a video there for My Size.
How was it like? Beautiful, amazing.
There are no words. Like it's like when you go to like your original home country, and everything just makes sense. Yeah. Like why your mum has that tone of voice when she.
Motherland.
Listen, it's a different thing. Like the food and the texture and the body language and the music and everything just like clicks. Yeah. When I went to Africa, it was like I was going to my cousin's country. Yeah. So there were similarities with my original country, which is Dominica, my home, the land of my parents' birth. Yeah. And Soweto in Africa, being the clothing style, being the way in which the houses were different. Like it's just there's so many my auntie's house looks like this, and I used to get fruits from this tree that just grew in our backyard, and so many different things, and it gave me a hunger to want to go back, to be honest. Like not just to South Africa but everywhere.
Travel everywhere.
Yeah, man. Like there's all sorts of mad, sick history with music and style, and it's
all
goes
goes
be
as
mad.
well, like fashion, music, culture,
especially now. Like I tell all my friends that like Afrobeat has been like the stimulus to like just African culture being even now when you go on the high street and you see like African patterns in like
everywhere. They're even in like I don't want to name any for the sake
of course,
not
because I'm
naming
not a
brands,
fashionista, but
they're even in top global
of
fashion
course,
brands.
of course,
and you're like,
of course, but it's good because it like great artists steal, and if they're stealing it, it means it's good art, and so if anything, it's just a what's the word? A testament to how great African culture is.
Of course.
And so for me, going to that country just gave me the same buzz to want to delve into the country again, find out about the language, find out about the music, see what else I can put into my music and make it that next great level up. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna wrap up for time, but before I do wrap up,
this was fun.
it has been fun.
Yeah.
You have a song with Mr. Easy.
I have a song with Stevie, yeah.
Yes, and it's I have to talk about that due to the fact that obviously I am on a station that is in Africa, in Nigeria, in Lagos, and Mr. Easy is Nigerian / Ghanaian. How did that come about? Why Mr. Easy?
The Beat Freaks were the guys who produced it, and obviously they are the artist-producer duo who have a bunch of songs out with a bunch of different people, including Easy and Shay and myself. They asked me to jump in the studio because they've heard of my work and was like, they heard of my work and was like, yo, you're dope, you have influences from many different parts of the world.
Of course, yeah.
I was like, cool, I appreciate it a lot, let's jump in. I wrote the chorus, I wrote the verse on the spot. They were like, yo, this needs to go somewhere. And luckily they were embedded in that culture.
Yeah, obviously Shay.
Exactly.
Mr. Easy.
Exactly. And I was like,
together?
we weren't. See, this is the thing. So this.
It sounds like it though.
I know. So like my verse and my chorus started off as the stimulus for these lovely people to jump on board. So I don't know where it was recorded, and I wish I was there to be able to see their process.
So you just merged it.
We merged it together. We were, and I was lucky enough to meet Easy and to jump in the studio with him before. Afterwards, with a few songs that he's putting out recently, and so we did like some writing work and collaboration work and melodical stuff, which is again why I say I'm so happy because
so dope.
This is all I've wanted to do.
Yeah,
like
just the music.
Yeah,
create music.
Exactly.
Obviously you have music, you have the business side.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes the business side cannot really allow people to fully focus.
Yes. I'm on airplane mode most of the day.
Yeah, so I love the fact that you're just focused on the writing, on being a creator and creating, because I always believe it's important to deliver good music.
It is.
And at the end, that's what matters.
Yeah, and it's important to give yourself the chance to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy for either fear or for, I don't know, a phone call or Instagram or whatever to be able to stop you from getting that sick thing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it was a good experience, for sure.
I just can't wait to hear more stuff.
I can't wait to show it to you guys.
Unfold from you. Video for Man Down.
Yeah.
The numbers.
Yeah.
Are really looking good.
Yes. Yeah. I'm having fun, man. It's a shout out to Casey Locke and the team, and also Lacey, the leading lady. It was a dope time, man. Like we had a lot of.
You're laughing.
I'm laughing because we had a lot of things that were going on in that shoot that was just hilarious, and so that's one of the reasons why I'm just giggling on the side like a little schoolgirl. But like, yeah, the video was dope. So yeah, Man Down did really well. Takeover did really well with Easy and the Beat Freaks. Obviously, I collaborated with the Banks and Bragg for Answer Phone, with Ella Air and Young Bane. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm in a happy place.
Right, that's good. Any new thing coming up apart from the album that people should be looking forward to?
It's a good question. What have I got any? It's literally the album, right? Isn't it? For those who don't know, I'm looking at my manager and asking the questions.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like, well, what are you staring at? What are you?
Why are you staring into the sky for ideas?
What will we be hunting?
What? Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So it's, I guess in short, it's the album that I'm going to be working on now. I plan to have a tour in 2019. So
that tour consists Lagos.
I mean, hey, if
I've literally forced that down your throat. I
don't mind. I want to go to Lagos.
Okay.
I want to go to Lagos and perform. Like I saw a video of J. Cole performing in Lagos.
Yeah. He shut it down.
It was a wrap. Listen, I'm a fan of J. Cole, so I love watching him perform. But then I also love the energy.
Like he was shocked
Yeah.
that people even knew
Who he was.
You know, not even just who he was. His album
Yeah.
literally just dropped a few days ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, nobody is gonna know, even the single.
Yeah.
You know, KOD.
Yeah.
And he was shocked that people know beyond the single. They were hardcore
Facts.
J. Cole fans.
That was his first show.
You know,
That was his
exactly
first show
in Lagos, in Nigeria, and the first show ever.
Yeah.
So he was just like, what? You guys are repeating?
Yeah.
So trust me, you need to come out there.
I'm coming. I have to come.
And
sure.
literally just make sure, you know, that you're there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Shakka.
Thank you for having
It's
me.
been an absolute pleasure. And I can't hear. Oh,
Sound effects and that.
from the manager. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
I wish you all the best.
Yes.
For those people that are wondering where they can connect from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Twitter,
Everywhere,
Instagram.
everywhere. The all of the socials say / I am Shakka with 2 Ks.
Alright.
So yeah, that's me. If not, just Google my name and I'm sure you'll find something.
Shakka, SHAKKA.
Indeed.
Thank you once again.
Peace.
Man. It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Thanks.